Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to say a few words about one big talent of creative people. Here I mean that creative people have a possibility to anticipate the future. Most of us do not have that talent. We don't have that blessing, but they do. I don't know why, but for some reasons, tonight I remembered an old Russian movie made in 1968 behind the Iron Curtain by the director. You know what? I forgot the name of the director, and it probably doesn't matter. But in 1968, the creators of that movie managed to anticipate our life, our today's problems, our today's alternative reality. Actually, it's not an alternative reality, it's a surrealistic reality. So let me start with the first excerpt from that movie. Here it is.
All this has already been foreseen in the Holy Scriptures, and the sun will become black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon will become as blood, and the waters will become wormwood, and in those days people will seek death and will not find it. How is it possible to stop what is destined to happen? But don't the Holy Scriptures also say, "When I bring the sword upon a land, and the people of the land take a man of their coasts, and set him for their watchman, but if the watchman blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, then the blood of the innocent praise will fall on the watchman's hands." Who are you, sir? Our names are unknown, but people recognize us. We are considered dead, but we are alive. We withstand blows, torture in dungeons, dishonor and exile. People think we are traitors, but we are faithful. But aren't you afraid that I simply call the police on you? No, sir, I'm afraid of your weakness. I'm afraid of your cowardice and indecision, as a result of which things may happen that can still be prevented. Every man has a moment in life when he must decide whether he serves God or devil, and right now it's you who are to make that choice. No, I cannot. I cannot. Well, maybe you're right. Keep thinking of yourself and of your bread. Meanwhile, all that may start any hour, any minute, and the apocalypse is a joke if compared with what awaits the mankind. Because even after the apocalypse, people are supposed to retain their immortal souls. But this weapon is merciless. It will deprive us not only of our mind, but also of our soul. No one will even understand that this has already begun. It's just that people, one by one, will start turning into quiet animals, ready to obediently fulfill someone else's will. Mothers will be strangling their children in their cradles, and children will be killing old folks, and no one will be aware of what they are doing.
Mothers will be strangling their children in the cradles. Well, most mothers do not strangle their children in the cradles these days. Some of them do, by the way. They are known as criminals, and most of them and their life behind the bars. But of course, in 1968, they meant something else. They probably meant the abortion. Now, listen, here's a disclaimer. I'm not willing to say that I'm against abortion or in favor of abortion. My opinion doesn't matter here. But that was 1968. And those days, in most of the Christian countries, abortion was considered something similar to a murder. Again, this is not my opinion. That was the opinion of the majority of Christians in the late 60s. That's one thing. Now, young people will kill the old folks. Well, that is happening here today. You know about euthanasia, right? Imagine you're in your late 70s or early 90s, and your doctors are saying to you, well, your brain is falling apart, it's all toasted. So why won't we end up your life? We'll help you to end up your life so that you don't suffer. People who are very gullible, who trust medical system, their family doctors and specialists, they say, yeah, maybe not. What's the point of having that miserable life? And the person goes that way to meet St. Peter. What's happening after that? Children and grandchildren are so happy. They are partitioning the estate Sometimes they're quarreling, there's a sort of a dogfight, but everyone is happy. It's like treasure hunting. That's what's going on. That's what's going on today. But that's only one part of our reality. In another part of that movie, another character, who is, of course, a Nazi war criminal, who else, is telling about the plans of contemporary elite, or those who consider themselves an elite. Let's listen to him.
It will be a new society of a new breed of humans, because as soon as you inject 1,000th gram of our substance into the clumsiest human being, it will instantly feel enormous intellectual power. Here is the solution to all contemporary problems. There are no more rich or poor, there is only a small elite living in the new paradise. Philosophers, poets, scientists, etc. You can ask me, who is going to work for that elite? Good question, you are a smart man. All necessary work will be done by the representatives of inferior races, who will have to undergo special psychochemical treatment, but in completely different doses. And on this path, truly fabulous opportunities are opening up. First, these people will be completely happy in their own way, since they will be totally devoid of memory. They will be cut off from any outside information. After all, what do people mostly suffer from? From comparison. They keep comparing themselves to those who enjoy better life, to those who are more talented, more wealthy, or more powerful. And a human who has undergone psychochemical treatment will keep continuously rejoicing. That human will rejoice that it's warm, that the tomato is red, that the sun is shining, that at 2 o'clock p.m., no matter what, he will receive his nutritious bean soup, and at night a woman, providing, of course, that he works hard. Well, isn't that merciful? And then our substance will be able to gradually create certain types of service humans, just like Mother Nature wisely organized it in a beehive and in an anthill. Imagine a homo weaver, a homo baker, a homo chauffeur, and none of them has any other needs, no inferiority complexes like an ox that doesn't have an inferiority complex from the fact that he is an ox. Well, an ox, and thank God. A human robot is not going to think about anything. He's always happy, and what is important, he reproduces. He reproduces his own kind. No mathematician can be born from a homo cleaner, just like no elephant can be born from a cat. That will be absolutely out of question, because the substance affects the DNA of a person. That is the most important thing.
Yes, 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 yes. Turning people into biological robots is something that is happening today. People are overworking. People do not care about anything except their job, their pension, and their mortgage. They live in plywood dwellings that they consider houses, but those are not houses because people don't know what the houses where real humans used to live. Sorry, I don't want to sound arrogant. Please be tolerant, okay? Also, more and more people are on drugs. Some of them are already in the second or third generation of drug addicts. And many of them, in fact, act like animals. You are trying to talk to them, they don't understand anything except some very simple ideas. Their houses or dwellings are messy. Usually, human dwellings are not that messy. Some of them even smell like animals. Of course, I don't want to say that this process is irreversible. Everything can change if people start understanding that something is going wrong. I hope more and more people will start getting there. And I'm wishing you Happy New Year. And let's hope for the best and turn on our sense of humor. Bye bye.